So FlightReacts is a streamer who plays NBA 2K25 myteam a lot. And his team, for someone who spends as much money as he does, is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. So in this video, we are going to be fixing FlightReacts' team. First rule, we can't get rid of Steph Curry, ever. You do not get rid of Steph. Rule number 2, we are doing this without spending any MT. So we are selling auctionable cards that I think should be sold, and we are keeping cards that should be kept, and with the remaining MT, we are allowed buy cards. And at the end of this video, FlightReacts' team is going to go from a team that I'm confident that I could beat with a free squad I made in an hour to one of, if not the best squad in the game without Invincible Wemby, 100 overall Yao Ming, or 100 overall Wemby. So this is the team the Flight apparently spent 30k on. I repeat, 30k for this team right here. Every single player seems the original owner except for Dwight Howard, Paul George, Ewing, Anthony Davis. And a lot of 100 overalls, one Invincible. And I'm not joking when I say this. I actually think my team is better. And my team is a bunch of cards I got for free and Paul George and Timmy D. So first of all, we have to go and find out who's actually going to stay in his team no matter what. LeBron 100 overall is fantastic. I'm not going to tell him to get rid of LeBron. This is FlightReacts. So Stephen Curry's obviously staying in the squad. And Anthony Davis is fine as like an end of the bench player, regardless of the fact that he's 100 overall. He's fine as an end of the bench player. He's basically just his dark matter, and I don't really like his dark matter. So other than that, we got to just look at the prices of these cards. So dark matter, or 100 overall, T-Mac is a shooting guard. And his price is super high. I'm not joking when I say this. We are looking at about 800k for dark matter Tracy McGrady. Dark matter Michael Jordan, I would say in and around the same, about 800k. Ben Simmons, for some reason, is on the end of his bench, who is probably about 2 million coins for the end of his bench. Larry Bird is... This Larry Bird's probably going to go for $1 million because that's about 40 legends, but Larry Bird's probably about 400-ish K. Corver, about 200. And Marion, there or thereabouts 150k. So actually pretty good value if we're going to be honest as a shooting guard. And we have calculated that out, and even with LeBron James staying in his squad, because I'm not going to tell someone to take LeBron out of their squad, he's got 4 million MT, and I don't know that Jordan may or may not be unauctionable. If the Jordan's unauctionable, I'm going to assume Jordan is unauctionable. So we're going to go about the guts of 4 million MT plus the 1.5 million he has to make a team. We got 5.5 million to make a better team than this, which I'm not joking, is probably worse than my team. So we're going to assume Jordan is unauctionable, so we're going to put Jordan in the team. So we've got the 2 point guards, and you do need another point guard there at the end of the bench in case Steph Curry is struggling a little bit, but there's no need to spend your 2 million on Ben Simmons if these are your starting and backup point guards. With that being said, you can be very, very solid. 35k sorts you out. Sorts you out with a third string player. Third string players don't play that much. Get Ron Harper about 35k. He's 6'6", he's got length. He does the job, man. He does the job. Reggie Theus does the job. Heck, even Sean Livingston does the job, but he's not a 99 overall. But Ron Harper, there or thereabouts 40k, I guess. For this price, you are... Wait, why is he so expensive? Why is he gone so expensive? 49k. Is there a reason why he's all of a sudden the most expensive? So expensive. Either way, though, 49k. You live with that. He's that good. For 50k, as a third string point guard, perfect guy. And he's just there on the end of the bench. I want to just check one thing. Can 4 million get you this guy right here? If 4 million can get you Wembanyama, I would actually suggest it. I would suggest getting Wembanyama. 4 million cannot get in Wembanyama. A 100 overall Wemby and then filling the rest of the team with Galaxy Opals is enough. If he's willing to get rid of LeBron, this version Wemby, screw the Invincible Wemby, this version's better. Just getting this Wemby at center and you're good. You're good. But there is a player that I'm going to look at, though, in Season 6. I think it's Signature Series, or is it Prime? Yao Ming. So Yao Ming is probably... This is a 4-legend badge. You're probably looking at about 3 million MT for Yao. I think having one of these guys, if you're going to be spending this much on your team, having one of Wemby or Yao is going to be good, which basically means you're going to have 1 million for the rest of the squad. But I think spending... Let's just say, hypothetically, he's going to go for 3 mil. I think 3 mil. Just get Taco. Just get Taco at this stage. Taco Fall, automatic set. Play him as your center. Taco Fall is going to set you back about 750k. Perfect play. And then backing him up to make it about $1 million, you back up Taco Fall with Season 4. Just get Wemby. Get Wemby. Like, I don't care what's he, about 350, 400k? Because Ewing, Dwight Howard are not it. They're not it. Like, Willis Reed is the backup center on this team. It's just not it. They're just not it. These cards are just not... Some of these cards are just not it. Like, I have Willis Reed. I don't think he's bad. But, like, give me Michael Olowokandi, Galaxy Opal over Willis Reed. But Ewing is the worst player in the game. If you can get rid of Dwight. Dwight doesn't really do anything. He's unauctionable, so maybe you keep Dwight in there. Maybe you just keep Dwight in there on the end of the bench. But AD is better than Dwight. So I don't know. I don't see the points. And we've now got this Wembanyama. So our team is starting to look a little bit... It is still starting to look pretty good. And with Paul George in there, obviously, as a very, very good invincible card. PG go in there at the shooting guard. Now down to 5 more positions with the guts of 3 million left to spend on those 5 positions. And I think you can make a pretty damn good team with that. And for the backup small forward, I kid you not, I don't know how many players in this game are better than Purvis Ellison. I actually don't. I have used this man quite a lot. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who is better than Purvis Ellison at small forward. I don't know. LeBron, sure. Giannis, sure. Sure. Actually, Giannis Invincible. But Giannis Invincible's overpriced. Giannis, 100 overall, plays power forward center. So, Purvis Ellison, I'm not joking, the perfect backup small forward. I don't care that he's 98 overall. He is better than most of the Invincibles. And what that allows Flight to do is it allows him to fill out the rest of his team with really good cheap 100 overalls. Like, Greg Oden is a beast. You want a 100 overall, 100, 200k for Greg Oden. Greg Oden is going to be better than 99%. 99% of 100 overalls are not as good as Greg Oden, and Greg Oden is one of the cheapest 100 overalls in the entire game. This guy is 7 foot tall. He's a much better version of Dwight. He's a much better version of AD. He's 100 times better than Ewing. And he's only about 150 to 200k depending on when you're getting him. And he's one of the best players in the entire game at the power forward position. And then I know this is a crazy suggestion, but like, Kwame Brown is as good as Greg Oden for 90k. We have the MT. There's no point hoarding MT, especially for Flight. There's no point hoarding MT. Just get Giannis. He's going to be the guts of $1 million. You have the MT to get Giannis. Just get Giannis. Get a compo. Just get Giannis. Get a compo and put him in at center. Or put him in as your starter. This team is elite. Giannis can play power forward the rest of the year for you. Yeah, it's better off. You can play small forward, but Giannis at power forward can do the job. And again, we're looking... So, like, you're looking even still here with Flight with 2.5-3 million MT left after selling a couple of his cards. So you've got what, a shooting guard and a bench player left for the squad, and is just keeping Sean Murray in the move. I just want to see, are there any 100 overall shooting guards that I like that I think are going to be like Kazi Russell. There's no point getting Kazi Russell. I like Kazi Russell. Ingram is basically just the dark matter Ingram. Tracy McGrady, I think he's just too expensive for what he is. I don't think he's a bad card. I just think he's way... I think you can get much better than Tracy McGrady for cheaper than Tracy McGrady. Same with Corver. Small forwards that can play down. Maybe Marion is the move. If Kevin Durant could play down, I'd suggest maybe Kevin Durant. But is Glenn Rice? What price is Glenn? Glenn's probably about 300. Maybe just keeping Sean Marion. Because I actually really like Sean Marion. I like his defense. I like his player builds. His jump shot's really good. And you know what? Screw it. He has the MT. Keep T-Mac. Screw it. You only live once when it comes to MT. Keep Tracy McGrady in the team. Keep T-Mac. So it's really only the starting 5 getting rid of these 2 guys who are just not at the level. And then having a backup center that's not Dwight Howard. And then last up off the bench, you probably want a wing. You probably want like a wing, a do-it-all wing that can play, because you've got a lot of 3-4s. So maybe you want a big 2. And the annoying thing is there's players that I would really like if they play at the 2. Like, for example, a Ricochet at the 2 at 6'10" would work. But is it crazy to say like a Franz Wagner as a 6'10" shooting guard? Is there any like real size at the 2 that I'm like at the end of the bench could really help us? Maybe Ingram. So Ingram is about 261k, but it's the like if Dark Matter Ingram and 100 overall Ingram are the same card. And at the end of the bench, look, realistically for Flight, you want to save your MT because later on in the year, when everything is just crazy, there's going to be an event. a GOAT Wemby. There's going to be all these cards. There's going to be a second 100 overall. There's going to be 100 overall Taco and a GOAT Taco and a GOAT Bobo. Keep MT and spend your MT like that. You know what? I'm actually going to say it. Recent set, and this man is ridiculous. Joe Smith. Joe Smith is absolutely ridiculous. 6'10", really good shooter. May as well, like 92 to 94 in every stat. And as long as Flight is smart and, you know, has D'Antoni as his coach, you get a +5 in all the stats that matter anyway, so they're 99 in every stat that matters. And Joe Smith's got a huge player build. He's 6'10". He's athletic. Yeah, he can do the job. He can genuinely do the job. Or if we want a true big, I would assume opening packs, he's got the event. So you go to the exchange and you go to NBA Draft Festival and you put 3 invincible tokens in. I assume Flight's opening packs to get invincible tokens and get the Dikembe Mutombo in here. You can get Dikembe. Like, all you have to do is go to the event, get Dikembe. Because Dikembe is like, I don't know how many better players there are than Dikembe in this game. Just period. And realistically, Dikembe Mutombo can play over Wemby. Dikembe Mutombo can start at the 4. And Giannis come off the bench. Odin can come off the bench. But Dikembe, for the price, is that card. He is that card. So I would probably start this lineup here. You got Curry. And then I just don't think there's a point in keeping Simmons if he's going to be your 3rd string point guard. But all in all, this is the team that I came up with. From this to this team with more MT left, I'm sorry, this team is not even remotely close to being as good as this team. And when you have MT left on top of this team, instead of the 1.4 million he has, you're probably looking at like 2.5 to 3 million MT on top of this. I think this is the right way to go. This is the right way to go about it.